Holy shit, Only I just now saw your model. Oh my god. Motherfucker. Like, not in an offensive way. Fucking handsome Squidward.
Damn.
Non-Pon's bussy puckered.
Handsome Squidward.
Yeah, so the rigging's still not done, but it's getting there.
I like the hand movement in Clench, though. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. You watch where you put that hand, though.
Stick it in his mouth. Stick it in his mouth.
Ew, I never
Without
knew this side of you.
gloves.
I can take my jacket off though.
No, it's like the same thing. Just flex on
I
him.
can do that too.
I got you, fam.
Yeah, jacket's off. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
I feel like we are just one slight realignment away from Non-Pon being in a headlock, and I'm here for it.
I'm down for it.
Only looking like one of those Final Fantasy bosses that once you get him down to 10% HP, he fully heals himself.
Damn.
That's what Oni look like.
Yup.
I feel like Non-Pon would also be here for that.
Hey, this is like those gacha games.
Well, that's my moveset. I just
feel
use
like-
all your money.
I feel like Oni's.
I'm a
I feel like-
summoner.
I feel like Oni's model is the type of person that grates their Parmesan cheese by just rubbing it against their abs.
What we're trying to say on these, it looks good. And in the nicest way that we can possibly say it.
Oh man.
But you do be looking like that final boss that heals himself. That's not going away.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I wear crop tops, because it's always the right temperature. I don't need to change clothes. The other answer is I'm
You wear
poor.
crop tops because you think that's a personality.
Yeah, something. Always also true.
See, I go for women in suits because I think that's a personality. Also because I'm a lesbian.
Yep.
There's a new Pokemon character that's a lady in a suit. Kind of. Almost like a suit.
See, the new Pokemon game, I feel like that's definitely up Non-Pon's alley because all the women are like 6'4" and muscle bound. And he can just wander around and go, hey lady, can I have uppies?
Wait, sorry, are
There's
we saying there's
literally-
something wrong with this?
No,
There's literally
we're
a
not.
character in there that says, "Do you want to piggyback, right?"
Yeah.
Unironically, like, despite all the glitches and stuff, the new Pokemon's really good. It's like fun, and the glitches just make it funny.
It kind of slaps. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the game is kind of pretty good.
Anything that makes it bad is just funny. Like,
Yeah.
I just
Here's the
wanna say
fucked up part, though. You know damn well, if it had been the Sonic game, there would still be
my
people
God.
complaining on the fucking internet about it.
If it had been the Sonic game, there would be people complaining on the internet about it in 2040.
Yep.
Yeah, because Sonic 06 just cannot be a good
Yeah.
topic.
What do you mean? It's the best game that's ever existed.
It's a pretty good CD.
When you said all of the women were 6'4", I heard Chris sound more excited than I have in weeks. So,
Yeah. Chris was like, where?
Up there.
Large mommy.
No comment.
Yeah, okay. Don't sell yourself out.
believe in you, buddy. Follow your dreams.
Anyway, Sharky, what episode are we on?
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. One
The
plus
last
whatever
one.
it was last time.
Oh,
The
gee,
last
thanks.
one?
Stealing my fucking method.
The grand finale.
I forgot what number I said last time, so it's probably like 36 or something.
Yeah,
don't
I
think
think
we're
it was
that.
36 because I think last time was 35, and I was like, "That's a great place to end
That's-
it." And now we're
Episode 54. Let's fucking go.
yeah.
It's actually going to be episode 35.
Oh damn. Well, also that's a great place to end it. There we go.
Had something. Well, yeah. Episode 35. The final push for uppies for everybody. Uppies?
Beast?
Oni Heart. Uppies?
I mean, look at that model. Oni can give us all
Uppies?
uppies.
Yeah, I'm the
Uppies?
one that gives the uppies. Yeah, I'll give you uppies.
Yes.
Yeah, Oni hard. RPGs, fighting games, art. Like you see here, I'm working on this new model. It's not done yet, but anyway, playing through Parasite Eve, and I want to try out Signalis. I want to play Signalis. You heard about Signalis? That game's kind of interesting.
No, Alice, yes.
Yep, playing it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that game is cool.
I know Alice is also dope. Hey, how did you like the worms fight?
The worms. Oh, in the Parasite Eve,
Yeah.
it was easier than I remember it being.
That is the speedrun killer.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Mhm. One random crit away from losing it.
Yeah, for real.
All right. The person most in need of uppies, non-pawn.
My name's Nonpon. If you're 6'4", hit me up. I also play Tower Fantasy and Fantasy Star Line 2 and eventually Blue Protocol. Uppies.
Non-pawn's fucking back pages listing is small twink looking for uppies from 6'4" and above.
I can just picture carrying non-pawn around on my shoulder. Like Final Fantasy 14 players, like Raoban and Nanamo.
That could just be the gremlin on your shoulder telling you everything that you need to do. Don't think for yourself. I call the shots.
Exactly.
I call the shots. I'm the brains.
Chris, you're playing something other than Final Fantasy 14. Are you okay?
What do you mean?
I said what the fuck I said.
It's literally my favorite game series. I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Okay. Manhattan
Yeah,
clam
Final
chowder.
Fantasy's so good. Name all 15 of them.
Yeah, well, if PC's so good, why isn't there a PC too?
Oh yeah, if Mario Party 10's so good, name every Mario Party. Bet you won't.
Anyway, Chris, tell the folks at home about Might and Magic. It is actually a really good series if you've not played it.
My name's Chris Rees. I do lead a Final Fantasy 14 raid group called Blitz on Thursdays and Saturdays. I also do RPG long plays. I'm currently working through the Might and Magic series. It's a old school Western RPG that is hybrid turn-based, one of its kind.
They say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but oddly, they didn't mention anything about sharks. Little Sharky.
Hey folks, I am Sharky. I am going to try to start actually streaming again this week, but we'll see how that goes. And if you happen to be a woman that's 6'2" or taller, I just want you to know that Chris is a goddamn superhero and I would take a bullet for him, so you should really say hi.
Yeah, Chris picked me up from the airport once when I broke my dog.
You broke your dog?
Yeah, saved my dog from a car crash
At the airport.
at the airport. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
His penis is made entirely of gold.
Speaking of things that are made entirely of gold, how's Lania?
Yeah, I was trying to oh, God, I always give myself like fucking inversion on that one. I was trying to come up with something and all I could think of was golden carrot, but anyway, Juan.
Tweets doing numbers. Anyway, I am Lani Ikea. I do RPG long plays. I am right now doing Haven with my girlfriend Eris. I am doing Cyberpunk. I am doing Star Ocean Divine Force. And I will be working in somewhere Sonic Frontiers, where I'm going to have to sing Sonic songs all the time. Like, it was a bet. So I will be singing Sonic songs on a Sonic Frontiers stream.
Nice. Sonic Frontiers is half off on Scamazon currently.
I actually have it already, but that is a good plug for Daddy Bezos.
Yeah, or whatever dickhead runs it now. Yeah, all right, that's all I got. Let's see if we can get this done tonight. Continuing.
I bet we're good at them.
The adventure of the unspeakable story. Oh, fuck me.
So, voice director, how are we metering this out?
Same as last time?
Yeah, I think we're all here.
Yeah, same as last time.
Alright, so I guess I get to be
Yeah.
the judge then, huh?
Yeah.
Old man, new tricks?
Actually, one really serious announcement. It's probably a publicity stunt, but for those of us in PA and kind of like the Northeast, Sheets will be dropping their unleaded gas, the 88. I guess it's probably like something different about it, but it's going to be $2 a gallon for this entire week. So if you got a Sheets near you, now's the time.
Cheap
Set up on-
gas. It's been so long.
It's get your plastic bags ready. Serious note, do not do that. Petroleum will eat through plastic. You will have gasoline everywhere. Anyway, as we were, I
I'll just use a
accidentally skipped
paper
over the
bag.
judge. Yeah, you'll be
Yes,
okay.
that plan will work.
Just put it in a paper bag and put it in your back
Yeah.
pocket, non-pon. You'll be fine.
Paper better.
Tupperware, you fucking heathens. Anyway, Capcom, thank you for the opportunity here.
Yes.
And scene. Specifically, did you furnish the witness with confidential case details in exchange for this music box disc? Did you reveal the existence of the peephole in the pawnbroker storeroom, Inspector?
Ellipses.
By the way, the gas mileage is gonna suck. It's E15. Make sure your vehicle can.
I did.
And
Oh, what are you doing, man?
Ellipses. It's all exactly like the young Eastern lawyer said. When the trial resumed after the recess, and we were...
damn it.
And we were stood here in the stand together. That's when he approached me with the deal.
Welcome to speedrunning Final Fantasy X. I cannot really actually use anything right now.
Shut up, you imbecile.
Yo, what up, Aki? How are you, friend?
Shut up.
I'm gonna guess that's Sholmes?
Oh, is it?
Maybe? I don't know.
Show 'em, Zoni.
Isn't it like either
Figure it might be Egghead.
yeah, Gregson or the dude?
I don't know.
You there. You're the detective who turned up the prom brokery the other day, aren't you? I may have something you're looking for, Inspector, with me at this very moment.
Is he wearing a trench coat?
So how about a trade? I suggest you accept. Or information that may make certain individuals uncomfortable will soon become very public indeed.
I couldn't let that information become public knowledge. Not under any circumstances. So I accepted the man's proposal and told him details about the case that should have put him in the clear. The peephole in the storeroom door and the bloodstains on the overcoat.
By giving false testimony, this witness intended to have the defendant wrongly accused of murder. Inspector, you knew that. Yet you still revealed those details to facilitate the witness's perjury.
I did. But then it turned out the peephole had only been made that night after the incident took place. Scotland Yard wasn't aware of that, if I'm perfectly honest.
Well, Mr. Graydon, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, Mr. Graydon?
Well, Mr. Graydon,
You're
Mr.
in big trouble
Graydon,
now.
speak for yourself.
Is it not picking up?
Apparently, it's not picking up.
Apparently it's not picking up.
Apparently, it's not picking up.
Apparently, it's not picking up.
Don't worry, I won't say it. Apparently, it's not picking up.
There's nothing, and no one left for you to hide behind. You struck a deal with the inspector in order to escape conviction of a very serious crime. Namely, this. You are the third intruder who broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And you perpetrated the murder of the proprietor, Mr. Pop Windabank.
You,
Meddling kids.
Raider.
Oh,
No!
a chip.
Restrain that man. I will beat his ass myself if you do not at once.
You think Zeke just gets tired of losing?
That's it
Like,
then.
all the time.
It's all over. All ogre.
So many ellipses. Even more ellipses. Susato length ellipses.
Somebody's gonna say, hold it.
I despise my oh wait, now that's probably that's
That's gonna be Graydon.
yeah, it's gonna be great.
I despised my life growing up. Those slums are vile places. I was cursed from birth, born into poverty, the son of a penniless artisan. My parents did nothing but quarrel all day long. What little money they had was never spent on me. So I set about studying to better myself, to one day escape from that hellhole.
And you eventually became a communications officer. I admire your determination.
But then you decided to try and sell government secrets? Why? Ah, good answer. Practicing shut the fuck up Friday.
Because I wanted money.
Shut the fuck up,
Even-
Friday.
Even now, years later, the nightmares of my life in the slums wake me in the small hours. Wanted to drown them out with more money than anyone who lived in that squalor could ever imagine.
go.
And
Objection.
One day,
What's
I
up,
met him.
Vala? How are you? How was your stream? What were you up to?
Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Ooh, Persona 3 Fest. Let's go. You playing on PS2?
You're a fiend with a queer talent, so you are. I've
Welcome,
money to
Mauricio.
throw your way if you're interested.
I love Fest.
All you need to do is go along with me little plan now.
Hard mode? Yeah, it's a grind.
Steal
Definitely
the
a
Ministry's
grind.
telegraphic message logs, and McGilded would buy them for a handsome sum.
Have you burned your bread yet?
As I was responsible for the inspections of the Ministry's communications office, it was a simple enough task.
Non-pon?
Allure of the devil's offering. How easy it is to succumb.
You would surely realize the seriousness of the crime you are committing.
For that reason, I took great lengths to ensure that my actions were untraceable.
Working on it? Hell yeah. I remember
using the
my
music
playthrough took
box.
quite some time. Like it was a slog.
My father was a brickmaker, though my mother divorced him when I was still a child.
Yes, Mr. Mason Milverton.
That's right, he was very skilled with his hands. He'd once been a music box maker's apprentice. Never imagined his skills would be sufficient to create a machine that could generate Morse code.
Ooh, yeah, you are
But I
trucking
sought
them.
out my father again to employ his services. It was the first time I'd seen him since I left the slums 10 years earlier.
I can take this part.
Go ahead.
Look at you, Ashley. What a fine gent you've become, eh?
He was a different man to the one in my memory, a thin, frail old man. But the poverty had never broken him, never corrupted him like it had me.
Chris is just furiously typing away, trying to find the 6'4" Pokemommies. Puppies.
Was sure that he wouldn't help me if I told him the real reason. It was that I
Love
was looking
uppies.
for 6'4" Pokemommies. So I made up a story.
The reason is you. Sorry.
I have heard that song way too many times in my life. I will pile
Oh.
drive someone the next time I hear it.
I will fucking kill all of you.
Catch these hands, streamer.
I've got some work for you, father.
That's
Oh, that's you,
that-
actually. My bad. I didn't see the name of it. I don't know.
Yeah, neither did I.
I was like, what the hell? How come his name's... Oh, wait. Anyway, take it away.
I've got some work for you, Father. I need some music disc boxes made. music box discs made. Music. Oh no, that's you. There we go.
It's so fucking confusing. Music box disc, eh?
A musician friend of mine has written some music he wishes to sell to the public.
Shinji doesn't
I've
get
brought
the
the score
robot.
with me. There are two, actually.
All I know is that Ken's a whiny baby.
I'd be delighted, son. It's been 20 years since I did any work like this, though. Bet you my tools, would you? They're in the loft.
That's how I had him make the 2 discs.
Thereby splitting the information in 2. You were taking considerable precautions indeed.
It was to protect myself as much as anything. It meant that I could deal with McGilded in 2 separate transactions.
Can't help it. He's so bullyable, you know?
The first involved the first of the 2 discs and the music box for playing them.
Yukari is unconscious.
I exchanged them with McGilded for 10 guineas. Then, on receipt of the second disc, he would pay 1,000 guineas.
So, what happened on the omnibus 2 months ago? Was the second part of a deal? The exchange of the second disc?
Yes. I'd sold the man the information that way a couple of times already. But it seems he became reluctant to part with his money.
That's a lot of money.
That doesn't quite make sense, Mr. Graydon. Why was it that on the omnibussy 2 months ago, your father, Mr. Milverton, was the one dealing with Mr. McGilded, and not yourself?
I had received the 1,000 guineas after my first completed dealings with Mr. McGilded. I decided to give 200 to my father for his troubles. But my father realized that something was amiss. In time, he worked out that I must be involved in something dubious. And when he did, he said to me,
Next time there's an exchange, you'll let your old man do it. Understand? Otherwise, I won't take your money anymore.
That was my father's way of dealing with it, I suppose. I'm into the omnibus, hand over the second disc, and take the money from McGilded. That's it. He had no idea what was actually on the discs I'd asked him to make. He never knew. Just like I'll never know why everything went so horribly wrong that night.
Because your parents don't love you.
All I know is that disc was taken from him, and he never returned home.
Hmm.
Also ellipses. Old ellipses.
It was only then that I found out what sort of a monster McGilded really was. So after 10 years of not once uttering it, I swore on my father's name. To exact revenge.
Not approximate revenge.
Revenge?
Exact revenge.
Precise revenge.
As
Measure.
anyone with even the remotest knowledge of the man will no doubt be able to imagine.
Yo, what up, 30? How you doing, homie? Having a good
Gilded
time?
brought all his wealth
Y'all
and
feel free to
influence
kick back and enjoy the
to
story.
bear in the most despicable of ways. Crush any semblance of justice in his trial.
Hey. How's it going, dude? Uh-huh.
The crime scene was tampered with, evidence was fixed, and witnesses were bribed. That trial 2 months ago was a farce from start to finish.
You think? My feet had barely touched British soil back then, and I walked into that hornet's nest completely unaware of the sinister background of it all. I'm gonna sneeze.
I'd made plenty of money out of my dealings with McGilded by then, so
We've
I
been
spared nothing in
trucking
my
through
arrangements 2
P5R.
months ago. I knew exactly who to hire.
It's such a good game.
You're willing to pay the price. There are people in this city willing to do anything that you ask. Mr. McGilded himself had shown me that.
Are you saying that?
I think you have the picture now. After he twisted everything to his favor in this courtroom to ensure that he walked free, I took matters into my own hands and delivered the justice that monster deserved.
Oh, so we're just gonna admit to all of the murders you've committed? Okay.
I mean, it's going down.
And you get a murder, and you get a murder.
Oh no.
Oh dear. That tragic accident following the trial here 2 months ago? Oh wait, no, that's you, Graydon.
Was planned and executed by yours truly.
McGilded's death that day was caused by this man. Ah!
With a magically generating cane, by the way.
Yeah, right? He snapped that bitch, now it's back. London's full of
Everything is
crows.
ready, sir.
Oh, a murder
If
of
you'd like to
crows,
follow me
really.
into the courtroom. Shit. What's this, officer? Sooner than I was led to believe.
You want to hand off the bailiff then?
Yeah, sure. Somebody.
Hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule.
Schedule this, pants grab.
Schedule?
I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Sketch McGetch. So that policeman who came to tell McGilded he could examine the omnibus again?
Right, An imposter hired by me.
You dick.
McGilded used his wealth to manipulate the trial. He paid people to adulterate the omnibus with all manner of false evidence. He threatened witnesses to lie in their testimony. So I gave the man a taste of his own medicine. Once the omnibus was doused in paraffin, one of my sham policemen ushered McGilded inside and sent him on a one-way journey to hell.
To hell.
Capcom.
Capcom.
Not hell.
An eye for an eye.
Makes the whole world blind. What's your point?
That's how I avenged my father's death.
Have you tried therapy instead? Perhaps maybe some medications?
No, they were made by McGilded's company.
The Prozac doesn't do it for me anymore.
Spine-chilling account indeed.
That wasn't the end of it for me. There was a loose end, you see.
A loose end? What, you couldn't finish on a rhyme or something?
Yes, I should think it's obvious. The second disc, which my father had taken to exchange with McGilded.
Ah, yes. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. Clearly because it had been removed from the scene of the crime.
When I realized that it was missing, I remembered something. Something from the first time I dealt with McGilded. This is the first of 2 discs, and the music box that you need to play them.
Well, look at that now. What an ingenious little invention. So then, as promised, 10 guineas for you, young man.
What's this? Winterbank's pawnbrokery?
Aye, 'tis a broker's ticket, so it is. You can use it to redeem an article I've deposited there for you. There's no need to give a name. Just hand over the ticket and tell the fiend what the watch would. I've put a jewel in pawn for you. It'll fetch a good 10 guineas if you sell it, so it will.
I've never heard of a pawnbrokery being used quite that way before.
Have ye not, Mr. Graven?
Dates are delicious.
London's pawnbrokeries are very useful places, you know? Each one is like an extremely secure vault.
Don't get any ideas, chat. I'm watching.
So I knew that if he'd taken steps to hide the disc,
Yep. You are totally right. Son of a gun.
it would be in that pawnbrokery somewhere. And on that night that he killed my father, he must have entrusted the ticket to someone.
Yes, to Gina. I remember now. When we first met you at Windibanks that afternoon 2 days ago, you had a description of Miss Lestrade written down. How did you know who you were looking for?
The trial, that pickpocket's testimony was clearly peculiar. Anyone could see that.
You know, anybody.
I realized immediately that she was another of McGilded's pawns, that he must have threatened her somehow. I was fairly convinced it would be her who had the ticket. So I started to make some inquiries. I had strong suspicion the girl would come out of the woodwork on the redemption deadline.
See, I mean, people are just so damn excited, they don't even care what I stream anymore. And he was absolutely right.
And yes, sure enough, she did. All I needed to do was wait until the girl went to Windibanks to redeem the articles. But unfortunately, she redeemed only the overcoat and the one disc that was in its pocket. The all-important music box with the second disc inside was missing.
Because it had already been forfeited 2 days earlier.
I was unaware of that fact. Had I not been, I could have avoided my nighttime excursion.
Meanwhile, as our investigation into the stolen government secrets was progressing,
Gaming.
we'd picked up on the fact that McGilded was involved.
Inspector, you recovered fast. You recover faster than
Gaming.
anything else, Squidward?
That's between me and my many partners on the force. My orders were to recover the stolen information as quickly as possible. So we started gathering the fella's possessions and examining what we could lay our hands on. We had a full-scale investigation going on at the yard, but we had to keep it as quiet as we could.
And when the inspector here took the disc from me in the pawnbrokery that day, I became nervous. I was sure the music box and the second disc were still there in the shop somewhere. So I knew that it was a race against time. I had to find those articles before the police did.
I suck. So that's what prompted you to break into the place that same night, huh? With the help of your old friends, the Skulkin brothers. All three of them.
What happened that night in the pawnbrokery, I can only describe as a nightmare. While Nash and Ringo were searching the counter, I had located the music box I'd sold to McGilded on the shelves of forfeited articles.
And the second disc was inside.
Yes, I slipped it into the pocket with a very deep sigh of relief.
Man, slipped it in.
Slipped it in.
Then something entirely unexpected happened.
Pussy queefs. All right, toss up.
Who wants Windibanks?
What are you doing in my shop?
Bang! My
Well done.
guns.
Bang.
Sean rang out from the shop, and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm.
The broker fired his gun, and the bullet pierced your limb.
Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. Or I knew what was happening. I'd fired back. The man had already turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home. It struck him in the middle of the back as he fled through the storeroom door for refuge.
Tried to run away, so I shot again. Bang!
I don't see so good.
I don't run so good.
Sorry, tale.
It all took place in the blink of an eye. I don't imagine Nash and Ringo even realized what had happened at first. I was terrified, so I fled. And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Windibanks on that wretched night.
Ellipses.
Earlier, you called McGilded a monster.
Yo.
A man who used his wealth and influence to distort the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder. What tragic irony.
Yeah, that's like Van Zeek's going to a store and buying a bunch of wine glasses.
It's like rain.
What you've done is exactly the same.
It's not that bad. It just makes driving to where you're going annoying.
That you've already paid.
You've become the very monster you saw and despise so deeply in McGilded.
Yes, I think I have. And now I would like you to meet my special friend, Mr. Tommy Gun.
It wasn't invented yet.
This is going to be quite meta. It's been a long and exhausting trial. However, it would seem that we have at last arrived at the truth. Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon?
He's been restrained, my lord, and is being escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with the murder of Mr. Windibank and the stealing of government secrets. Not the McGilded thing, though.
Yeah, that one's fine.
That one he gets a pass on. He used his get out of jail free card.
But what of yours, Mr. Grayson? Very good. And you, Inspector?
Just him putting the handcuffs on himself.
Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself.
Yes, my lord. Of course.
It transpires that you were complacent in helping a criminal escape justice. The fact remains whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty.
Ooh. I'm telling.
The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable.
Soldier boy, tell him.
Ellipses.
Now to the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Yeah?
It is time for the final adjudication. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Yes, sir. Gary Dibb Squadron standing by, sir. This is really it now. This is the last push, the final call, the finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdicts.
Thank you, Mr. Foreman.
Is it almost finally over?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Not guilty.
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 Hell yeah, I win again. Y'all suck
I
at
win.
Does this mean we get uppies from the Pokemommies?
That's all that matters. I just want to win.
That's the stuff. I'm off the hook.
Finally, Reno. You finally managed to do it.
Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if we'd come out on top for a while there, given my habitations of being such a bottom.
Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world.
Yeah, sure are.
Miss Lestrade, I am not finished with you yet.
Uh-oh.
What you looking at me like that for?
Before you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider.
Nani the fuckle?
Few months ago, and in my courtroom no less, you gave false testimony, did you not? And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Winterbunk's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with Mr. McGilded's property, it seems.
Never done nothing of the sort.
Of course not. It's not like you were gleefully wearing McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything.
Don't mind.
Oh. And just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Ginny this evening.
You know what I'm gonna throw a party for? I know it's coming really damn soon. Is eventually they're both gonna break down and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are just gonna have a fist fight in a Waffle House parking lot at 3 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
You think they'll still be able to afford Waffle House by then?
Nah.
Yeah, me either. And turning our attention to the defense.
That'd be me.
Finding that, when played together, the music box discs contained a message in Morse code. Was Well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, Councilman.
Yeah, stop it, Van Zeeks.
I was muted. My bad.
There we go.
Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard.
Somehow I feel like you're lying to me, non-pawn.
Oh damn, you skipped another line, bro.
Yeah, we missed one line.
What?
You
We
skipped
missed a line.
Another one? No, we had it.
no,
Oh.
In fact,
I think.
in fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today and propose a toast. Demanding that government secrets be disseminated before the entire courtroom. Disseminated.
Yeah. Very sorry about that. It's the only way I could get Inspector Gregson to admit what he'd done, so...
who could it possibly be?
Probably Hurley.
I don't know. Does he stutter?
Or
He
it's
sounds-
Lord Strongfart.
Is it Lord Strongfart?
I mean, either way, I guess I'll take it. I don't know, because who would stutter like that? Because Strong Man wouldn't, and Sholmes wouldn't. Fuck it, I'm just gonna read it anyway. It doesn't matter.
It's McGilden.
If I may say something on that point.
Isn't that...
It's about the sounds produced by the music box before.
Damn, jury number 5, your voice was pretty deep there for a second.
It really
Number
was.
5, what happened?
I had a frog in my throat, you see. I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all.
What? What are you saying, madam?
Oh, well, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see.
Oh, okay.
So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact.
Yes, madam. An unhealthy level of obsession, one feels.
Damn, I'm getting called out by the judge.
But I must say that, in my opinion, the sound produced by those two discs
What, are out of sync?
were nothing more than that. A meaningless series of two different tones.
Damn. What? Can that really be? Hey yo, Graydon, you,
Hey,
you,
Way to go!
yo, pranked, you dumb bitch.
Pranked for real.
your old man ain't shit.
Dude. He was just guessing.
It wasn't Morse code after all. My lord, the defense would like to listen to the music box again.
You off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you those discs contain ministerial secrets, sunshine?
I have a guess. They're
Yeah.
not a pair.
Yep.
This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of government communications. We know McGilda conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies. Secrets acquired from Mr. Graydon. Now that man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further.
Oh, you're just being a salty bitch.
The real Morse code were the friends we made along the way.
It's really gonna bother me. Yes, disseminated is something different from disseminated.
He seemed.
That's what happens when you lose No Nut November. you get deseminated.
You get off your nut. As
Yep.
Gregson said.
Stop nonsense, November. Let's go.
I thought we were doing Neverwinter Night November.
Yeah.
Why
Have
is no
y'all
one
been keeping
playing
up with your
that?
Neverwinter Night playthroughs?
Yes, of course. Yeah, my lord.
That which you have been seen today in this courtroom has been extremely disturbing.
Uh-huh.
Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grand catalog of depravity.
An appalling experience to befall any child.
Come on, it ain't nothing I don't see most days in the back slums.
I beg your pardon?
If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes.
Gina, I'm gonna teach you a. Gina, do you remember the script? You know what today is?
Shut up, Friday.
It's Shut the Fuck Up Friday. Okay? Why don't we
It-
practice the script again?
It's Tell Off the Judge Thursday.
No, it's
Talk to cops.
it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
But look, I reckon I've worked something out today.
Yeah, is it Shut the Fuck Up Friday?
We can hope.
The world ain't bad, but if you want it to change, you gotta start at home. You gotta change how you are yourself.
Well, that's a very laudable lesson, I would say.
I'll allow
Now
it,
what's
I
the
guess.
prison with you?
I eagerly look forward to the born-again Miss Lestrade never gracing my courtroom with her presence again. Understood?
I don't think she's a good listener, Judge.
Hmm.
Now, with regard to the murder of Mr. Pop Windebank, proprietor of a pawnbrokery business on Baker Street, I hereby declare that the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, not guilty.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
They left out a handheld firework mortar in the courtroom. Just
That is all. Court is adjourned.
Imagine. Hold it.
Not me slamming all of the buttons on my soundboard at one go.
Objection!
does
That-
this call for Space Jam?
Space Jam.
I would. It was supposed to be delivered today, but it ain't here, so I'm gonna have to fucking look tomorrow.
Oh, is this gonna be the talk?
Hi.
Congrats on the sex, non-punk.
On a personal note, I must say you surprised me. My Far Eastern friend.
Oh.
Despite being a Japanese, he saw through the pretense, the malice that festered within that English man. And at the same time, saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
I don't think there's anything curious about it. Whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings, so we're not very different on the inside. Generally, blood, bones, muscle, you know.
Me-
You know,
Maybe. We'll
I took
see.
this case
It
for
should
one
be
very
okay, though.
simple reason. To lock swords with you once again here in the courtroom.
Oh, what a surprise.
Oh, not in the bathroom this time, Van Zeeks?
Not yet.
7 hot dogs?
7, yeah.
A day.
You did?
Is that high?
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another Japanese, only to find my trust betrayed. Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand.
You mentioned something similar earlier today about the total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. What happened exactly? Who hurt you? Do you need uppies?
Well, you may ask for uppies. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
Don't threaten me with a good time. All right, then I'll wait for that day if I must.
I'm to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, and my retirement from service 5 years ago gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
No, I have a feeling it was
Narrative
one of the
significance.
earlier exchange teachers.
So, farewell, my learned Japanese fellow. Until we meet again.
Also, the setting is, I think, 1890, so it's even before any tensions in World War One.
Yay, we did it.
Defendante's antechamber.
Yo Valley, 17th April, 5:20 p.m. Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's not new.
It's done. It's over at last. But where's Iris disappeared to? Oh, hey, Gina. Ah, congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I knew that you were innocent.
Well, you did what you said, Mr. Naruto. You believed him, right up till the end. You're as odd as your name.
What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I?
No one ever asked before, see? Yeah, see? Kept a promise, I mean, properly.
Bro, that sucks.
Like that. Just pull out evidence. That's wrong.
Figured out.
Oh, I can't give it to her.
Kitchen.
I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums, I never trusted no one. But that's just cause I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down.
Yes, I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and paid for it, and that betrayal left a big... You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too. Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. When your gut tells you it's the right thing to do, and your trust is rewarded, There's no better feeling in the world. I think I have you to thank for reminding me of that valuable lesson.
Well, if you say so. Don't make a fat lot of sense to me, though.
I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure.
For crying out loud, pack it in.
I am trying to.
Keep it in your trousers. But I suppose... I sort of feel the same way.
Good, just don't let Van Zeeks find out.
I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, alright.
Thanks?
This is the way I see it, Ryunosuke. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself.
After this experience, I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean. Kazuma, am I living up to your expectations? I want you to fuck me. No, he died from a... What is it, like a... he slipped and fell or something.
What a shame that he died of ligma.
Who's Steve Jobs?
Damn.
Look at this. Never forget the sacrifices made by our Lord and Savior, beef stroganoff.
Yeah, Biff Stroganoff. Am I turning out to...
Seaman Stroganoff?
Yes, Chief Seaman Stroganoff.
Chief Seaman Beef Stroke Me Off, yeah.
Yeah.
As voiced by the wonderful Oni Hart.
Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be?
No.
Well, Capcom.
Ellipses.
Urgent interruption.
Oh, okay. But what the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow?
Ah, that voice.
It's too late for that voice now, Mr. Naruhodo. I've been standing here patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity.
That's me in the corner.
Is it Squall Leonhardt? Oh, it's Sholmes.
Ah, yes, it was me all along. I would have said when you finally noticed me.
I wonder what the other guy's thinking. Like, I had a civil conversation with you, and you're just a phony. I trust.
No, this happens all the time. He's like, oh, god damn it, it's Hurley again.
Is it my wife or is it Sholmes? Oh, god damn it, not again.
Porque no los dos.
But you people, with your incessant babbling.
Says you, you verbose prick.
Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, it was me all along. You see?
I'd assumed you'd been taken back to the hospital, to be honest.
Indeed I was. But I managed to escape again.
Alright.
I'm calling the police. Oh.
I happen to be aware of one or two foibles of the doctor who was tending to me.
Did you drug him? Sholmes, did you drug
leave his
the
scalpel
doctor?
inside you?
I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily issued me with a leave of absence.
How very above board.
But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory, Mr. Naruhodo. You tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel. Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat to you.
It means wordy. Oh, thank you?
Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, maybe?
Have I irked you in some way, Mr. Lestrade?
Well, you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed. Some of us have been fighting for our lives.
Well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true. So I have indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel.
I am not touching you.
No.
Could you take your hands off my neck, please, Mr. Sholmes? It makes me think of Cosmo, and I don't want to have an accident.
And, in some way, I suppose, congratulations are in order for you too, Miss Lestrade.
What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted?
Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but... An acquittal in a trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious.
Well done, Mr. Sholmes. Not alarming in the slightest.
The Reaper, you mean? 'Cause anyone who's found not guilty in a trial he was working on winds up dead anyway. Is that it?
That very point I was trying to make. As exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGilded, in fact. But of course, pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself.
Yeah, well, it don't bother me.
Oh, really?
Cosmo, the way I see it, the Reaper's a bit like him upstairs.
Him? Upstairs? You mean like God?
No,
Right.
the upstairs neighbor, yeah! Him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside.
Yes, I do.
So does
Well-
the upstairs neighbor.
The surgeon probably does too. I'm giving myself the air horn. I earned that one.
He won't have got the wrong end of the stick. There's some cows, like that bog trotter, who are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs makes sure they get what they deserve.
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Divine justice is one thing, though. The Reaper taking matters into his own hands and claiming lives is quite another.
Well, I ain't like that McGildeds of the world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, see.
A trait in you which is to be admired, Miss Lestrade.
Fine, just give it a rest, alright?
As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina.
Well,
Oh, I know who this is.
There you are! Ellie! How long have you been there? Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there.
Ah, Iris, my dear, I do apologize. But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves.
What happened?
As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in this room dressed as a bailiff, but these dolts didn't notice my presence at all. They had no idea. Can
LMAO.
you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it?
That's so Lamau.
LMAO.
I'm dead right now.
Raffle Mao.
Do.
I'm not sure, really.
Raffle Mao.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, Early, but you just don't have that weighty presence you seem to think you have.
Yo, what up, Mad? How are you, dude?
In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's going to land you in trouble one day.
I'll be careful.
Ouch.
Anyway, it's such a shame. I was hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight. But you won't be able to come, will you?
Don't look like I'm gonna be going nowhere for a while.
Hey,
You
I'm
and the
doing my
judge
best,
tied up?
Tommy.
I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All them offenses. What was it again? Breaking and entering, taking the bog trotter stuff, what was in log, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense, Gina.
But diving ain't an offense. It's a job, isn't it?
No.
No, it is not. Literally 5 minutes ago, the judge was like, I don't want to
Oh
see your
my
skinny ass in here anymore.
You should have seen the interview I had to go through.
So you're saying he likes big butts?
Oh, I cannot
And
lie.
cannot lie. Still, it has got me thinking all this.
What, about Brazilian butt lifts?
No, but that's got me thinking now. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work.
You know, the judge said he had a black leather couch in his office. I don't know what that. Maybe he needs a cleaner.
Sheesh.
I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Otto?
You know, it's kind of a funny story. Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket.
Well, anyway, I reckon I could make a change. I'm gonna do something for all them lot like me from the slums. Something that makes a difference for them.
Leading a revolt?
Workers' Rebellion, thank you very much.
That's a wonderful idea, Ginny. And I'm sure you can do it. What is it?
Nothing.
Miss Gina Lestrade. The prison carriage has arrived, ma'am. Come with me to the rail gate at once.
Have fun in prison!
Right. Well, looks like I'm off then. Back to prison with me.
Yes, goodbye, Gina. And good luck.
Get you a cake.
Don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
No, she's gonna have that gun with her the entire time she's in prison, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Odo?
Yeah? Oh, no. No. Ah! What was that for?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so...
You shot me? You don't know what to say, so you shot me?
Not like I like you or anything, Baka.
You smell like a baka.
Indeed.
Aaron Yeager.
Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Miss Lestrade.
I'm your favorite PogChamp.
Eh?
On occasions such as this, I would recommend a simple thank you.
Oh, I'd rather shoot him if it's alright.
Oh, yes. It's good advice, Ginny.
She looks like she's about to shit herself.
I'd really rather just shoot him. Right, I see. Well...
You smell like a baka.
That...
reference.
That... Thanks, Odo. Thank you for what you done, for believing in me. You are my PogChamp.
Yay. Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina.
Am I your PogChamp?
No, that's Kazuma. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. You'll be okay. Okay. Knock him dead, champ. I wonder if I'll ever see her again.
Well, well, quite the indomitable Pickpuss.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought a paper outside.
Wow! What's it like having money?
It's a special edition, and this trial is all over the front page. Pickpockets' innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful?
You should have shown it to Gina, Eurus. She would have been thrilled.
Oh no! How silly of me.
You're such a silly goose.
But anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Ugh, not again.
Well, What do you say, Early?
Please put the gun away.
Nope.
As usual, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
Absolutely not. I have no intention of listening to anything but good news.
You're going back to the hospital for a few days?
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it?
Let's moving on.
All right then. Maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was a record level of rainfall, apparently.
Hey.
Well, that is good news indeed. We can journey back in greater comfort.
All right then, what's the bad news?
The huge storm has left the seas very choppy. The channel in particular is awful, so sailings out of Dover have been delayed by a day or more.
Wait, Dover? That means Susato's coming home?
That's right. If we head to the station immediately, we may still make it in time to see wave Susie off.
Hooray! But, there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky.
Who do you think I am, Mr. Naruhodo?
A very hardcore opium addict that somehow has a place of power.
Well, yes, but...
Mr. Sholmes?
Yeah, there you go. I rushed to Victoria Station earlier and made arrangements for a special express. If we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner. And I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked sole.
I've had good flatfish in a hot minute. I don't... Great detective does it again.
Hell yeah,
Indeed he does.
You love toes? I love toes.
I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles.
What? He into toes too?
Yes, but that's, one of the lesser things, but I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive elementary.
Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way.
No way.
What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria.
That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Susie's boat must be about to leave now.
Mrs. Sato? Where are you? Over there, look! It looks like she's reading something.
Hold it!
Mrs. Sato, wait, what are you doing? Why are you throwing books into the ocean?
Mr. Naruhodo, what are you doing here?
We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean, we heard that sailings were being delayed due to the bad weather, you see.
Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go?
She's in prison!
Yeah, we did it.
It went well. She was acquitted of those charges.
It's wonderful. Really wonderful news. Where is she?
Listen.
The book you were about to throw into the sea. It was your Encyclopedia of British Law, wasn't it?
Oh dear, I was hoping you hadn't seen that.
Yeah, well.
I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now.
Nah, you did great.
So I was saying my final farewell.
You're saying goodbye to law? You?
Would I be correct in assuming it's because of the peephole, Miss Susato?
Deliberately altered the scene of a crime, and then I tried to hide that fact.
Yeah, well, you're just like everybody else, so.
What I did is utterly unforgivable.
I mean, everybody did that in this trial. But how the fuck did you get my invention?
On the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember.
Oh yes, we had a wonderful time.
Well, Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? But it turns out I'm a very good pickpocket.
Oh, that was so much fun. I still remember Reno's armband.
Yes, please don't do that again. It's very important to me.
Well, if it's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flap-a-mat, so I put it up my sleeve.
Your wizard sleeve?
Really?
And I rather forgot about it until I found myself in Mr. Windibank's pawn shop with it later that night.
I see.
And then... Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right.
After Mr. Naruhodo had left the shop, I started to think. That door started to play on my mind.
The storm door, you mean?
Yes, if Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could only be behind that door. And at that moment, the little device I had up my sleeve sprang to mind. I was so worried about Gina, I simply had to know.
So you use the cat flap-a-mat to make the peephole in the door.
As captured in a photographic print of the shop by one of Early's red-handed recorders.
Indeed, it was of the first importance, that point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though, naturally, without proof, it would have amounted to nothing.
When I looked through the hole in the door, the sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. thoughts started to run through my mind. I remembered that trial 2 months earlier.
The trial of Magnus McGilden.
I thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me.
Yeah, wait till you hear about Japan's.
And then a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now?
Ah!
Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Winterby. Even though I was sure she never would have done such a thing.
You were worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime?
That's right. But then I realized it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room.
Yeah, just like every other case we've had, Susato, what's your point?
If someone had claimed falsely to have witnessed it, there would have had to have been a way to see beyond the door, which I created.
Ah!
For which a peephole would be the very thing.
Only the peephole that I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And the criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not?
A trap? That why she did it?
So, is that why you kept it a secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the peephole to anyone, not even the police.
I know, and I knew at the time what I was doing was wrong, a criminal offense even. Why I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes. If Mr. Narhardo was completely backed into a corner with no possible means of escape, the truth about the peephole could save him. That was my plan.
She really does think of everything. But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began?
My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight.
Yeah, I'm gay.
If she had done that, it would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade.
No.
You could have been disbarred if you had been seen to have knowingly tampered with the crime scene. So, Miss Susato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone. For your sake, and Miss Lestrade's.
Miss Susato.
This, when it happened, I did it because I'd lost a little of my faith in the law.
Oh.
I was worried that the right person wouldn't be convicted of the crime. But the moment I allowed myself to think that, is the moment I lost the right to call myself a judicial assistant.
What you did isn't comparable to what he did. Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand using that peephole as a way to implicate Gina. And besides, if the peephole inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that we could have been acquitted in the end. Mr. Sato, what you did saved Gina's life.
Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you've saved me too from my regrets.
Not even a letter?
Get ready.
No, no flippies, only uppies.
Well, we must all be thankful that Miss Lestrade's freedom has been assured.
Yeah, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in that trial will continue to play in my mind, I'm sure.
A revelation, the music box contains secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration.
Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I.
Oh, it wasn't?
There was a communications officer among the jury members, you see, a telegraph operator. And she said the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones.
As one would expect, after all, we are talking about secret government communications. No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted.
In cipher? I see. So then we could have never hoped to understand the message anyway.
Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you. Sogi? Sogi.
What?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny.
Wait, Iris, what did you just say?
Oh, I just said asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Mean something? Sogi was the name of my best friend.
What?
How? How do you know that name, Iris?
I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message was playing on the music box.
She transcribed it on the fly? She really is a genius.
I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. But whatever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least.
It was in Japanese.
Oh,
It suddenly occurred to me, you see? There's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety. Various countries around the world have altered and added to Morse code to use it in their own languages.
I don't believe it. Are you saying?
That's right. I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before, but I think it's based on the I-Ro-Ha pentagram, isn't it?
And you mean to say that in Japanese Morse code, the message says Asogi?
Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of the Japanese Morse code.
Chris, would you let me see that? What a stupid question. Because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for international communications.
Then, might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version?
Be that as it may, you racist prick. Iris, show me the message, please.
Show me potato salad.
Of course.
Stepbrother, I'm lost.
You are
What can
not
this
lost.
possibly mean?
Whatever it is, that long sequence of supposedly meaningless dots and dashes, it's made the color drain from Susato-san's face.
There's no doubt this message is written in Japanese Morse code.
So the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications?
I don't understand the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names.
4 names? Give you horrible advice? Fart into a fan. Just do it.
First is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma Asogi. Why was his name on that disc?
The second is A Shin.
Shin? I don't recognize that name.
The third is T Gregorson.
Gregson.
Gregson?
Ah, it would seem Tobias Gregson is the third name on the list.
And what's his name doing in a secret government communication as well?
Last name?
What's the matter, Miss Susato?
It was so strange, so unexpected.
Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense.
Last name is J. Wilson.
What?
Wilson!
John H. Wilson? You mean Daddy?
It only says J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, that is all 4. And that's the end of the message, or the end of what you noted down, Iris.
I just can't believe it. Who would ever have thought that those discs contain Japanese Morse code? Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names.
It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
So, Daddy could be in Japan then. Where Susie and Reno come from.
well.
No. It's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson, and there must be lots of J's among them.
Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University. Well, we can't tell yours about that now. We just can't. That is so strange. Somehow, in solving the case of Mr. Windibank's murder today, I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark.
You wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside.
And I wonder.
Wonk.
Oh dear, the ship's going to set sail soon.
Yes, it seems so.
I'll sail on that steamship first to the port of Dunkirk in France. Then I'll change onto a larger passenger vessel bound for Japan.
You're really going then, Susie?
We wish you a safe passage, Miss Susato.
Thank you so much. I wish all of you the very best.
Miss Susato! I'd hoped to always have you at my side, to guide me and support me.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Please come on my back soon. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world.
Quite sure I'll be back before you know it.
Really, Susie?
Oh, now don't forget, Iris, I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill.
A promise?
About your manuscript.
Ah.
Oh yes, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise.
Definitely, Iris. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes.
you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. On the SS Budia, when I was dragged out from that wardrobe still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Susato takedown.
You know very well I'm talking about after that.
It was a femboy flip.
Yeah.
It's so strange, but being thrown together as we were in that case, I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma-san's great legacy.
Miss Usato.
And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that.
Emotional damage!
Farewell until then.
All right, friendos. I think we'll call it here just because it's already over late, and I think we get the point that the game's over. Oni, will we be missing anything?
Probably.
Probably. All right. Well, maybe. Ah, we got a movie. Yay! Ah,
Proper anime.
proper.
Somehow we seem to have come to the end of the adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Or the first volume, at least.
What a dork.
Oh, hey, the cat came too.
Looking
Yeah,
back now,
Wagahai.
it feels as though fate has led me on this journey. Fate led me to becoming a lawyer, to traveling halfway around the world, to meeting the great detective. I'm sure there'll be trials and tribulations ahead. Of course there will. But whatever happens, I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around. After all, I have the greatest friends in the world on my side.
All right. Well, shall we start doing the extraductions while the credits roll?
I just can't believe it's over.
It is, in fact, over. Well, there's still
Oh.
Sholmes. Son of a bitch.
Ah, wait, there's more.
You fool.
Ah,
I saw
yes.
Sholmes on the screen and now I'm
Yeah,
awake
Mr.
again.
Sholmes?
I have some rather awkward news.
I don't want to hear about your penis anymore. Please stop.
It's only one curve. The railway company has decided to sue over the Special Express train, apparently.
Huh?
It caused such a commotion on the line, all the other trains had to wait at stations.
But really, we should never have made it to Dover in time otherwise. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault.
What? You dickhead?
I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. But not to worry, my dear fellow. According to Miss Susato,
You love defending yourself in court!
I hate both of you. Bring the boat back.
It's alright, I'm perfectly happy to testify. This'll be fun! He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See?
Mr. Sholmes?
oh yes,
God damn, why are these lines so short? Trying to get the bed ready. A word if you don't mind?
why certainly. Any word you like. Bellow it out, my dear fellow.
Eat shit and die.
Ah, that's more than one word.
Oh yes! I love Reno's words, and I know just the one he'll use here.
Appcom.
Pussy. And I really must say, objection.
Now it's over.
Hey, we did it. Well, hey, that was a great way to spend a year.
A whole year.
Basically, it was what, 35 episodes?
We started this in January.
Dude, it literally was almost an entire year.
It was you and me and Seth and Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fruit. Though it transpired, I had ordered something, so I advertised it for used by Mr. Schultz. And the money of consulting detective work pays my pittance by comparison.
Don't shut up.
All right, y'all want to extroduce yourselves while this rolls? Because I actually do have to kick out. So, reverse order. Juan, tell us
Hi.
about your golden carrot.
I'm Lon. Carrot. A 24 carat carrot. I do long plays of RPGs. I am right now doing Star Ocean, The Divine Force, Cyberpunk 2077, and a weekly collaboration with Eris von Jabberwock for Haven. Catch me on that channel that was just shouted out, and I'll see you if there's more voice acting someday.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. I'll get with y'all and we'll figure out what the next move is on that one. That would be a little Sharkus. I do spy.
Hey folks, I'm Sharky. I am a former and hopefully returning RPG speedrunner. I also am an old man that helps his friends whenever he can, including voice acting like this. It's been a whole year. It's been a very different year than the one I expected, but I'm glad we're all still here and I'm glad we're still okay. So please remember to tell your loved ones just how you feel. And if you aren't sick of my voice yet, I'm on Twitch, and as of today, I'm also on Hive and nowhere else. So y'all have a wonderful day, and take care, family.
Coming up the middle with a hot one, it's Chris.
Chris Reese, I lead the raid group Blitz. I do RPG long plays. And just make sure to tell the people that are close to you in your life that you appreciate them.
No.
It's important for them to hear that.
I appreciate you all.
Yee. Nah,
So
this
do
has
I.
been wonderful. Small and of questionable strength, it's non-pon.
Non-pun. Give me uppy.
Okay, I will give you uppies. Oni,
What?
here you go. I gave you a non-pun. Aww. Okay.
Nature. I play Tower Fantasy, Phantasy Star Online 2, not Final Fantasy, and soon to be Blue Protocol. And it's been a long year. Actually, I think I came into this group like halfway into it. But regardless, now I don't know what to do on Mondays anymore. I guess I'll just go look at my ceiling.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like I said, we'll figure it out because the big thing coming up is like holidays, and they're all going to be pretty much on Mondays. So it's a question of like everyone's availability and how we want to do it. So we do have the voice acting chat, so we should be able to just kind of discuss what goes on in there.
Yeet.
Yeet. Oni.
Yeet.
I have to say, I really appreciate being on for this. Voice acting is something I love very much. And surprisingly, I have never auditioned for any roles when
Do it.
people have told me I should.
Do it,
but
do it, do it.
Do it.
if you like voice acting, when I do playthroughs of older RPGs, I do voice act every character, which sometimes destroys my throat, but who cares? I'm having fun.
If you ever
So-
need demo reel stuff, don't forget this is all backed up, and I can download it for you in like HD format if you need it like cut up or sections of it.
Oh shit, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you think I archive all this shit?
Because you're a compulsive archiver?
Yes, but also you never know when you need it.
Oni's performance this year has been a fucking revelation, and it's always something that forces me to try to do better and up my game, because dude is really awesome. So I'm glad I got to share this with you, man.
Tony is absolute MVP of voice acting here. Absolutely.
You all did terrific, and you should
Everybody
be
did
proud
good,
of
yeah.
yourselves. Anyway, I appreciate you all hanging, and we'll definitely figure out the next move. The three Muska-Wutsits. Even though there's...
Holiday season.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all have fun and take care. Anyone else have anything to
Holidays,
add?
family. Happy holidays, family.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thanksgiving is this week, ain't it?
Yep.
Thursday, my dude.
It is Thursday, my dude.
Unless you're Canadian, and then it was a month ago.
You gotta love everybody.
All right, I'm a shill and call it a night, y'all. Thanks. Yeah, everyone that filled in when we needed help and gapped in, it's obviously appreciated. Slightly different cast than from when we started, but hey, that's cool. Things evolve, things change.
Yeah,
But
shout-outs
I
to
appreciate
Shelby
y'all.
and Seth.
Can you
and
like a
Blue.
post-credit scenes of every person that was on this?
I could at
Cast
the
and
end.
everything. Like
Oh,
just
God.
fade out.
Orion
Our own
and
at the end of
everybody else.
part 2, we'll do our own like closed credit sequence. It'll be great.
Yep.
Get some rest, family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all go get some rest. All right, friendos. For me, I got to call tonight. It's way late. If you enjoyed, definitely feel free to check out the Discord. Hell, maybe we'll have some room for you in the next one. Who knows? Maybe I have other projects in store. We'll find out. But yeah, if people are still enjoying this, might just jump right into part 2 as long as we can get the bodies in. And if you want to catch up on our fabulously voice-acted playthrough, check out the YouTube, subscribe to it if you haven't. If you're in the US in need of a computer, check out our friends at Skytech. They are super freaking duper. And anything purchased there ends up helping me out. I think I can skip to this next scene. If you want to support the stream even further, check out the Throne wish list. All sorts of cool stuff on there. I'll probably end up reorganizing that and making it easier to use and whatnot. Maybe tomorrow if I have free time. If you're a tea drinker, check out the blends we've put together at Adagio. All the proceeds there go to benefit the Trevor Project. And lastly but not leastly, if you are in need of 3D printed props or little pieces and who's its and what's its, or you want to commission me for a custom keyboard, definitely hit me up on the Trello. But for now, we are going to call it here, and we shall see you next time. Y'all take care. See you tomorrow for some Final Fantasy X again.